Strategy types. Now, when we first got started on this, it was about 10 years ago. My good friend John Albright, working for Pfizer, we were doing some work in Japan. And on the way from Tokyo to Narita Airport, it's about an hour and a half drive, he turned over to me while we were in this car, and he said, "See, we need something on strategy for our field force managers, our sales managers." I said, "Well, John, there's only 1,000 books that have been written on strategy. Which one do you want? I mean, this isn't hard. This isn't difficult." And he says, he said, "It's not the traditional strategy. It's not this kind of strategy." He said, "I'm looking at." He said, "I'm looking at, depending on your position in the organization, depending on your position, whether you're at the top of the pyramid or just an entry-level professional responsible for one person, this is a span of control, if you will, down here, or if you're responsible for many people, I think there are several strategies that you can look at. First of all, I think each manager, whether they're part of the senior leadership team or in the middle level or first-line managers, individually ought to have a strategy. And then the teams that they lead, they ought to have their strategy. Again, many cases linked and aligned with the business strategy, but sometimes maybe there's some independent blue sky initiatives that some team may want to explore with. And even every individual contributor, right down to accountants, programmers, analysts, specialists in any field, each individual, I think, ought to be expected to have a strategy if you work here. I think it's the only way you can do this. We'll give you an edge. That means you got to be thinking about how you're going to do this in your job. How are you going to give people an edge? I think it's a great question. Now you, here in this room, you're the ones who tie it all together. If you can see it, if you can take the lead, take the initiative and say, you know what? We ought to ask ourselves some tough questions. Where are we going? Where are we headed? What lies ahead? Can we look into the future a little bit? Can we anticipate some issues? We'll get into this a lot. But I like to call it strategy in the middle. Strategy in the middle, and that's where our managers are going to lead this charge. And again, we've got senior level leaders who can put together the grand corporate strategy, which we need desperately. But I work with a lot of organizations who, frankly, this is pretty faded blue area right here. It's pretty weak. The stronger it is, the better it is, but it does not take us off the hook. And likewise, if that was missing, I keep telling people, it doesn't take you off the hook for cooking up your own managerial strategy, your team strategy, or even right down to the frontline hourly workers need to be thinking about, how do I help this corporation, business, sheriff's office, government entity be successful with it.